Welcome back to another video. We are in the Open Ultra League, and we have a different team to showcase here today. We're going to be showing the Giratina paired with Swampert and Registeel. Here we have a bad matchup, so we're going to immediately switch out into the Registeel. This Registeel, even though it is not doing a lot of fast move damage, we can tank a lot of moves, and we can throw a lot of zap cannons. We did not get the debuff right there, so that is a little bit unfortunate. No debuff right there is going to help this Giratina take us out that much easier, as it does have the Shadow Sneak. Here we go for another zap cannon, hoping for a debuff. Maybe we get a debuff? Okay, there's a debuff right there, which is going to help us survive these Shadow Sneaks a little bit better, and possibly get to 2 zap cannons. We'll see here. We throw another zap cannon here. This zap cannon will not KO this Giratina at this range. The next one will. This thing is officially double debuffed. They go for the Dragon Claw, so that is okay. It looks like they're going for the double Dragon Claw strategy. Let's see if we're able to get to him. Oh, they go for Dragon Claw and Shadow Snake. So GG's right there. They do maintain alignment, and it looks like we immediately swap out of that matchup and we go for this Shadow Swampert. We do tank that first move, and unfortunate for us, this is not gonna end well for us. We basically had nowhere to go. We had a bunch of Pokemon that were just hard countered. They had a grip on the match and just never let it go. Never had an opportunity to wiggle our way out of any situation. Here we just go for the Hydro Cannon. We do get a shield out of it, and at this point we have to double shield here and just hope that this Swampert can go crazy. We are going to try to catch a move here, anticipating this is going to be an inefficient move, which indeed it is, and now we're expecting them to switch back out. Unfortunately for us, this Drapion is also really good against our Giratina because it's going to be throwing a bunch of crunch at us. Maybe we can get to 3 Dragon Claws. Let's see, 1 Dragon Claw, even 3 Dragon Claws wouldn't be able to take out this Drapion. This Drapion is tanking these Dragon Claws quite well. They're doing probably like 10%, maybe 15% damage. And then here they throw on great timing, take out our Giratina, and it is all but over. We do have Hydro Cannons here. They're gonna probably let this. Oh, it looks like they had a move already, so they went ahead and just shielded, and GG's. That was actually a timeout game too, so pretty interesting how that works. So the reason we were kind of bringing in Reggie here is we've been seeing a little bit more dark types and electric types, so that's kind of why we paired it with the Reggie, and we have the Swampert. But obviously we didn't see any of that here, so maybe it has shifted again. Here we have a pretty positive matchup as long as we throw on good timing. We are able to tank a Moonblast, so we didn't shield that first one there. Here we force him to switch out, and we make him go into a Talonflame. This Talonflame did get a Incinerate head start. Unfortunately for us, we do have to shield here because it potentially could be Brave Bird, and obviously the Shadow Swampert does not like a Brave Bird. So good bait by my opponent right there. We go for the Surf, and one Surf, a Shadow Surf, actually doesn't KO this Talonflame. And then here we're just going to go for the farm down. Our opponent actually just throws a Flame Charge again, which is interesting. We know that this Tapu Fini is low health. All we have to do is just throw this Hydro Cannon. Lucky for us, we have 2 Hydro Cannons saved up, so you got to invest in another shield or it's going to go down. And it looks like our opponent ends up double shielding just to keep this Tapu Fini alive. So we let it go. We come in with our Reggie, and we know that this is GG's because we have a Reggie with Energy Advantage, plus we have a shield, and they don't have any shields here. So this is going to be a win for us here as soon as they lead, and it looks like that's what they do. Thanks for saving us some time, and nice little game right there. 1-1 so far. Let's see if we can end strong here. So like in the back line, obviously we don't want to see like Trevenant. We don't want to see Virizion, stuff like that. But like I said, we hadn't seen any of those lately. There's the Electric type that I was talking about. Here comes the Ampharos. This Ampharos has been popping up a little bit more recently, and we have a great matchup here. we decided to shield right there because, you know, these Emperors could be running a wide range of things. It could have been like a Dragon Pulse, could have been a Focus Blast. Obviously, this Shadow Swampert does not want to see any of those moves, so we just did the safe thing and shielded once, and then we have a ton of energy heading into this matchup here. Here, we got the first Hydro going through, now we have another Hydro going through, and look how much damage we've already done. 2 Hydro Cannons already taking this Defense Deoxys. This is no joke. A Defense Deoxys is, just like it sounds, is very, very tanky. The fact that this Swampert got a shield out of this Defense Deoxys is awesome. So at this point, they have the Defense Deoxys. They're going to go Psycho Boost and Dip, and then they're going to jump out into this Umbreon. Unfortunately for them, we do have the counter to this as well. It's going to be our Reggie. The Reggie is going to be throwing Focus Blast. This Umbreon in Ultra League is tanky, but it's not going to be able to last long enough for this Reggie, unfortunately. So here we don't shield because obviously we can survive. These foul plays are probably doing like 10%, and then these Focus Blasts are basically doing 40%. Looks like our opponent ends up shielding here. They're trying to catch a move, and it looks like that's exactly what they do. We recognize that, and so we switch out when they switch out, and looks like they go for the Psycho Boost, and now we just farm down, and it is GG's. We don't have to worry about whatever. So nice play, and on to the next one here. So far, like I said, we have been seeing some Darks and seeing some more Electrics, so currently, this is the team that worked. Alright, so next game here, we have Jellicent versus Giratina. We do have the Shadow Sneak, but if this Jellicent can get his Shadow Ball off on our Giratina correctly, we will probably lose it. Now, they decided to show the first one. We decided to show the first one. We do get Beta here, so now they are ahead. They're going to be able to take us out if we just go even shields here. This is most likely a Shadow Ball, but we're probably going to let it go just because we've already invested that one shield incorrectly. So we're going to be able to throw this Dragon Claw here, forcing them to make a decision. They can take a lead if they just shield. Looks like they let it go because they have their own Giratina back to try to get farm, which is fine. We do get the little bit of chip damage, and then now we come in with our own Reggie, and then now we have the Cobalion versus the Shadow Swampert. Here we're just going to go ahead and shield first because we want to keep this Swampert as healthy as possible. We try to throw an optimal timing. They were able to get another move off. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but it looks like they get that Sacred Sword off, and we just go for the Hydros here. We do get the shield, and then now we're able to get to the Earthquake here. This Earthquake will destroy this Cobalion, and then now we're just going to try to do our best to do some chip damage. We do not get there, but we do force out energy from this Giratina. So now we know that they are running the Shadow Sneak. Possibly Shadow Sneak and Dragon Claw. So we need to get to these Zap Cannons ASAP. We do get that debuff there, and that is huge, and that pretty much guarantees that we're going to win this. If we didn't get these debuffs, it would have been close, but now these Shadow Sneaks are probably only doing less than 10% of the health now. So we're just going to be able to get to this next Zap Cannon, and it looks like they realized the end of their match here. And a GG's to our opponent right there. So pretty good alignment for us so far. It has worked out because we just have the right counters to the electric types floating around and the dark types. So fortunately for us, we are able to we go out of that one. Another good matchup here ends up being the Obstagoon. This Obstagoon is the problem for our team. We're going to go for a little bit of chip and dip. But before we do that, we're going to wait for them to throw a move. Now, this Obstagoon as a switch-in is kind of interesting because you don't really see Obstagoon as a switch-in unless maybe there's 2 dark types in the back or something. I don't know what other scenario you would have a, or maybe like a double pseudo fighter in the back, something like that. Because having a Obstagoon as a switch-in is kind of a weird play. But anyways, we have the timing down here. We're throwing right when they get to their move just to make a decision. Are they going to shield or are they going to let it go? They decide to shield that. We decide to shield because we want to maintain alignment, and now the ball's back in their court. If they shield, obviously they can win alignment, but they actually let it go. So, oh, there you go. They actually end up having the double dark, as we guessed. Just because like it's kind of a weird thing to have a Obstagoon as a switch-in, but unfortunately for us, the other dark type that they have is also a fighter, so this is actually really bad for us. Double core Wrecker against our entire team. We only really have this Reggie to do damage, and they are obviously going to just shield it. In hindsight, maybe we should have just gone with the Reggie against the Obstagoon, but hindsight is 2020, and this is just GG's. They actually had a triple pseudo / fighting team, so this is kind of a cool team to kind of like play around with the switch timer, because you can always psycho boost and dip and go into your double fighter. So check out this team if you haven't, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.